Death has become actually a buzzword, and the word death creates a lot of fear. Not many people really want to hear about it or be close to it. Only some weird persons are interested in this topic, and we must be one of those. Woody Allen said one time, and I'm not authoritative Woody Allen representative, but he said one time that I'm not afraid to die, but I just don't want to be there when it happens. And this is clearly a reflection of the minds of many people in our 21st century world. Right? That's how our mind is working. We are not afraid to die. Sometimes that kind of confidence comes from denial. And sometimes that kind of confidence comes from false reasonings. And whatever the reason may be, this is how most or many people experience or relate with the idea or concept of death and dying. And so death and dying has been a hot topic for a number of years. And that lots of people like to talk about it. And lots of people like to write books about it, just like myself. I just finished a book on that. But nobody really wants to be close to that topic. However, we all, one way or another, are trying to avoid death. And for that, we do all kinds of things. For a time being, we thought ginseng, might help us to overcome this problem. And for other times, we have great hope for modern technology to overcome this fear of dying. And we still keep our finger crossed. Hopefully someday scientists will make us immortal. So before we get into this topic of dying or dying well, I feel that it is crucial for us to have a live dialogue with ourselves on this topic. We will do some contemplation or investigations first. I like to do this before we discuss about the topic, before the speaker gives you any idea of what to think about it, right? So I would like to ask you all to clearly contemplate what death means to you individually. Not from the perspective of a medical or technical point of view. When I ask about contemplating on death, please don't think from a medical point of view. What does death, technically mean? What is the definition of death, Such as when someone stops breathing or when their heart stops beating and so on. That's not what we should reflect upon. And also, not from the point of view of your religion. I'm sorry to say that. And not from the point of view of your religion or however your social or cultural traditions may present it, but from your own heart, from your own experience and understanding, and your own take on that. What does death mean to you? What does dying mean to you? I believe that how we define death is going to be the deciding factor on how our own death will be experienced. And this is also going to be the guide to our own path of dying well. And so therefore, please have a pen and paper ready. We're back to school. So here, the handout is one of our investigations, but first we'll start with something else. And so what I would like to ask you is first, we will spend 5 minutes on the first contemplation. And so during, how we begin this is first you sit in calm, peaceful, and quiet environment for a few seconds or a minute. Just experience the quiet mind